Hey, what is going on, y'all? I am back on the river today here in Minnesota trying to track down some smallmouth bass on topwater. Today I brought with me a new bait for me and a new bait for this year. This is the XPS Wake Up Call. It is a topwater wake bait. It's 4 inches, it's jointed, it's got a feathered out tail, and this one's in the bone color. Super excited to get this tied on. I love fishing wake baits, especially on the river for smallies. We are gonna have a little bit of wind today, upwards of 15-mile-an-hour winds, but otherwise weather should be nice and beautiful out here today. So let's get this thing tied on, quit wasting time. I will see you guys down the river. All right, got some weeds right here. We're gonna kind of work over, see if we can get some fish to come out. Haven't fished a lot of weeds like this year. Been fishing a lot more structure, a lot of laydowns, and a lot more calm water. Today there's just some pretty good wind howling at us. But weeds are also structure. I've just been fishing a lot of hard structure, I should clarify that. A lot of logs, timber, brush piles, rocks. A lot of this grass has been starting to break off some of the colder nights we've had. And when that breaks off, it kind of collects in those eddies. And been fishing that too. It creates a canopy. Smallies love to situate themselves in there. Right at the boat. That was a pretty sick hit. Came out of these weeds right here. It's a nice fish. Let's see if I can keep him on here. Oh, that was an epic eat right there. Saw him at the last second. I was about to look for my next spot to cast and he came out and hit it. Got him in that net. That's a good fish. All right, let's take a look at that fish. Has a solid smallie and a pretty cool eat to go with it. I'm gonna grab the bump board. See if I can get him on there. All right, yeah, that is a good smallie. Get his nose, not quite 20 inches, really dang close though. We got 19 3/4. Take another look at that smallie though. What a beautiful, beautiful fish right there. All right, get him back on his way. Clenching down on my thumb. All right, buddy, back to the weeds you go. There he goes. I'm seeing a lot of really big carp, kind of just roaming around here. I'm not a big fan of fishing for smallies around carp because they're so skittish. They kind of freak out over anything. So, you know, if they freak out, they kind of sound the alarm for the smallies nearby. They kind of shut down most of the time. So I always try to avoid big schools of carp when I can. It's pretty clear over there. These clear parts of the river, this little channel, there's a smallie coming in. Smallie coming in, come on. Oh, he came from a pretty long ways away too. He might come back. He's following, he's underneath. That smallie came a long ways for that fish, but then kind of peeled off and went down. But you can see there's another fish hanging around. These weeds, I'm gonna have a lot of them coming up here, so do some drive-by fishing right here. Got him. Oh, he came out. Came out, just couldn't land him. That is a good fish that came out from there. I was working that lay down so much, and then I got a cast over on that backside. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful smallie. Let's see if I can bag him. We can see the colors on this guy. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. Get in there. Come on, come on. There we go. Yeah, it's a really good fish. Man, I was killing this thing, trying to, I threw in it, got weeds. I was jerking it alongside, and then I gave a cast over here to this backside, came out, stuck it. All right, let's take a look at this fish. That is a solid smallie right there. That is a really, really good fish. I'm gonna set him back, grab this bump board. I'm gonna say over 18 inches. Let's see if I'm good on that. For sure over 18. Dang, another fish, almost 20 inches. Another fish right over 19 3/4. They are going hard on me today, trying to get that 20. So another really solid fish. That's 2 19 3/4 smallies on the day, off of that wake up call right there. All right, let's get this fish back on its way. See if we can find a few more. Maybe just an inch or so, a little bigger. All right, there he goes. He's gonna chill out under the kayak. Oh, that was a sick hit. How did that smallie miss it? He must have came flying out of that rock right there. That was pretty epic. Jeez. He for sure didn't get any hooks in him. I'm gonna backpedal up here if I can. Dang, that was a really nice smallie. You don't always have to catch the fish. Seeing them do cool stuff, out of the ordinary stuff like that, is just as cool as catching them sometimes, in my opinion. I'm gonna run out here to this rock, and then we'll bounce back to those laydowns down there. Let's see if there's a rockfish. This is a super valuable spot right here. I'd be surprised if there's not a rock smallie hanging out here. Some big boulders like this, I actually like to throw ahead, let it come down. There it is, right in front. That's a good smallmouth. Keep his head down. That's just two valuable of a boulder to be sitting out here all by itself, not to hold the fish. When you can find isolated structure like that, it just becomes that much more valuable to fish. So, fewer the better. This fish is digging. He's got me in current pretty good though. He's a strong fish. He used to living out here. Let's see if I can get him in here. There we go. Got him in the net. We'll pedal right over here and take a look at him. We'll take a look. That beautiful smallmouth bass right there. Let's grab the bump. Gotta be at least 16. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm not quite 18. 17 3/4 for sure. Just a little bit below that 18 mark. That is a good, beautiful bronze back right there. Let's get him back on his way. He's fired up, ready to go. There he goes. All right, y'all, let's do a quick update on this lure here. This is the Wake Up Call. And as you can see, it is a 2-piece hard body wake bait. You can see that square bill right there. It's cut at a 90 degrees. That thing is not gonna sink on you. It's gonna stay pretty true and be a top water lure. It's got those feathered out tails right there. As you can see, we're white and red with this one. And it does have some rattles in it. I don't think they're super loud. I mean, I don't hear them. I'm sure the fish do, but not, I wouldn't say a super loud rattle to it. Overall, its performance has been pretty phenomenal. It's got a really natural retrieve to it. You can just, you know, this is just a standard retriever right here, and it's got some really tight action to it. You don't have to do a lot to it to make it dance in the water. They do advertise it as something you can burn and not roll over. This is an 8:1 gear ratio burning this thing in, and you know, it's not falling over or anything like they're advertising, so that's pretty cool. Not a big, you know, burn and retrieve kind of wake bait guy, but you know, if that's your method, then it can do it for you. Other than that, this has been a pretty solid lure throughout the day. I think the Smallies would say so as well. My setup that I'm throwing this thing on, I'm using a Johnny Morris carbon light. This is a 7'3" medium heavy fast action casting rod. I've got it paired with a Shimano Corrado 200 XG. It's also the 8 gear ratio. I've got 40-pound braid, and I've got a fluorocarbon leader on there. I have a power swivel and a swivel snap. I actually kind of like having that little extra weight because it's only a 1-ounce bait, and I like being able to do some bomb casts and cover some water with this thing. So it's been working well for me today. So I'm gonna keep on fishing this little channel right here, see if I can throw this thing in front of some more smallies and get bit. So I will see you guys in a bit. These weeds are right at the head of an island. I'm gonna end up going down that channel, but we're gonna kind of pick apart these weeds right here, see if we can get a smallie to come out. So one of the benefits of having a wake bait is it can make a lot of disturbance, move a lot of water, and go right across those weeds. You know, and it's not making that plopping sound. There's one. There's a good smallmouth. Let's say making a plopping sound like a whopper plopper or buzzbait or something. You know, a little more subtler. They can kind of key on it. He's really trying to head shake this thing. Not as big as those others, but it's still a good fish right where he's supposed to be. Let's see if I can keep this guy on. There he goes. Take a quick look at that fish right there. We'll put him on the bump. Let's see what he's coming in at. Bigger than I'm expecting, probably. almost 15 and a half. It's a good fish. Look at that thing. Good solid smallie. We'll get him back. There he goes. Oh, that was a cool hit right there by a pike. Finally got some hooks into him. Oh no, it was a smallie. That was even cooler. Came out of there, you can see those dorsal fins. I for sure thought that was a pike, but he was just sitting up there against the bank. Look at him just head shaking that thing all over the place. It's a good fish. That was an epic eat. Man, I thought that was a pike for sure. Just a good smallmouth bass. Not ready to get in. Let's try one more time. Come on, buddy. Come on. There we go. All right, let's take a look at that smallie. It's another solid fish on the day. I for sure thought that was a pike the way he came in for that. Grabbed the bump, put him on there. That last one was 15 and a half. This guy's got to be at least around 17. So right there, just short of 17 and a half, as you can see. Almost, but not quite 17 and a half, but that was just an epic eat. I love when they come out of there in those shallows and just annihilate lures like that, especially topwater lures. You can see them just grab it off the surface. Let's get this fish back. Continue to go on down there. There he goes. Oh, that's a good fish. It's a really good fish. Oh, jeez. This is either a tank. I've got him. Oh, yeah, this is a tank. Oh, I just got him kind of awkwardly hooked. Still a really good fish, though. Thought it was a little bit bigger than it was, but that's still a really nice smallie. See if I can pull over right here. I just kind of chucked it. I saw that little eddy at the last second. I was actually going to pitch around these laydowns and rocks, and then I saw a little bit of a calm water part right there, so I just kind of threw out as far as I could on the go. We'll pull in over here and take a look at this fish. All right, we'll take a look at him. Not a giant, but a really solid smallmouth bass. He was just kind of playing tricks on me in that current. Couldn't really tell the size of him, but that is a really good smallie. I'll get the bump out to go. He keeps trying to squeeze down. You can feel him tense up. He's probably going to try to go here any second. Right over the 17-inch mark, so that is a really good fish. Take one last look at him, get him on his way. It's kind of a reaction strike there. All right, there he goes. Like I said, I was trying to throw at that rock and these laydowns right here, and then I saw that little bit of calm water up there, so I tried to just toss it as far as I could on the way down, and he came out and bit. All right, guys, that might be my last fish right there of the day. Until next time, keep on slinging.